Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the intense world of international diplomacy, focusing on the high-stakes ceasefire talks between Hamas and Israel happening in Doha. Now, these talks have been challenging to say the least. High-ranking officials from both sides met recently, but left without a concrete breakthrough. Key issues like the order of hostage releases and Israeli troop withdrawals are still unresolved, leaving a lot of question marks in the air. But don't lose hope just yet. Efforts to secure a ceasefire are ongoing. Technical teams are set to reconvene soon, which means the dialogue continues. The involvement of big names like CIA Director Bill Burns and Mossad Chief David Barnea really highlights how serious this situation is. Adding another layer of complexity is the looming threat of an Iranian attack on Israel. This potential escalation makes finding a peaceful resolution even more urgent. Everyone involved is under immense pressure to find common ground and prevent further bloodshed. Meanwhile, US President Joe Biden has been vocal about the need for progress. He's urging all parties to avoid actions that could jeopardize the fragile advancements made so far. To reinforce this, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is heading back to Israel to help finalize the agreement. A joint proposal crafted by the US, Qatar, and Egypt aims to bridge the differences between Israel and Hamas. Technical teams are working tirelessly on the finer points of implementation, but despite these positive strides, skepticism still lingers, especially from Hamas. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza, including the alarming spread of polio, underscores the urgency of securing a ceasefire. Biden stressed the importance of not squandering this opportunity, emphasizing the need to secure both a ceasefire and the release of hostages. Looking ahead, the path to a lasting ceasefire in Gaza is full of challenges. Deep-seated mistrust and unresolved issues continue to hinder progress. However, the involvement of international mediators and a commitment to dialogue offer a glimmer of hope. Any successful agreement will depend on both sides being willing to make concessions and stick to their commitments. The international community must remain engaged, applying pressure to ensure the terms of any ceasefire are upheld. Ultimately, a durable solution requires addressing the root causes of the conflict. This includes the humanitarian situation in Gaza and the aspirations of both Israelis and Palestinians for security and peace. The road ahead is tough, but the pursuit of a just and lasting peace must continue. That's all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on this developing story. Until next time, stay informed.
Hey everyone, let's dive into the latest updates on the high-stakes Gaza truce talks happening right now in Doha. This is a crucial moment as the United States, Egypt and Qatar are working tirelessly to broker a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The aim to end the devastating conflict in Gaza and prevent a wider war in the Middle East. First off, let's talk about the urgency of peace. The death toll in Gaza has surpassed a staggering 40,000 and tensions are at an all-time high following the assassinations of key figures from Hamas and Hezbollah, both attributed to Israel. The US has put forward a three-phase plan, which includes the release of hostages taken by Hamas during its October 7th attack, a prisoner exchange, and an Israeli withdrawal from Gaza. Sounds promising, right? But progress has been slow. Despite the urgency, Hamas isn't directly participating in these talks, adding another layer of complexity to an already delicate situation. Let's move on to the obstacles to agreement. Although both sides have publicly agreed to the US proposal in principle, the devil is in the details. Hamas claims that Israel is adding new conditions, while Israel accuses Hamas of seeking significant changes to the existing framework. Reports suggest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has introduced stipulations regarding control over Gaza's southern border and restrictions on Palestinian movement. Netanyahu's office denies these claims, stating their position aligns with the May proposal. Trust is in short supply here, folks. Hamas has expressed dwindling confidence in the US as a mediator, and Israeli officials are accusing Hamas of using the negotiations as a stalling tactic. Now let's discuss the regional implications and the uncertain future. The potential for a wider conflict looms large over these talks. Iran and Hezbollah, both allies of Hamas, have threatened retaliation for the recent killings of their members. The US has rushed military reinforcements to the region, while President Biden has suggested that a Gaza truce could deter further escalation. Hamas has attempted to downplay the connection between the Doha talks and potential Iranian or Hezbollah actions. However, any improved offer from Israel would likely be discussed with their allies, suggesting a possible linkage. Despite the numerous challenges, US officials remain cautiously optimistic. They acknowledge the significant amount of work ahead, but believe a resolution is within reach. The stakes couldn't be higher, with the potential for both a fragile peace and a catastrophic escalation hanging in the balance. So, will these new Gaza ceasefire talks succeed? Only time will tell. The international community is watching closely, urging both sides to engage constructively and prioritize the urgent need for a ceasefire. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe,